What is up, everybody? It's your boy Doody back again with another video, and this time we're talking about our boy DSP. That's right. And it's been a few days since your boy has put out a commentary style video, but I thought this one was critical and important. That's right, being that a couple things happened this week, mainly the death of a legend, Hulk Hogan. That's right, many people were shocked, surprised the immortal Hulk Hogan passed away. Even your boy Doody was a little bit shocked. I normally don't get into deaths and you know, political cultural things in my commentary. I focus on DSP, but every once in a while I do make a video related to certain cultural events, and I talked a little bit about Hulk Hogan, his passing. Even put a post out there on Twitter, put a post out on my YouTube page. And of course, in the typical Doody fashion, your boy Doody decided, yes, express, his thoughts on it, share his feelings. But most of all, your boy Doody's always gonna make a little bit of funnies. That's right. He's gonna make a little joke. He's gonna make a little bit of light of it, just to kind of, lighten the mood. That's just Doody style. Sorry it offends you, but it's just Doody cooking. That's right. Even posted here just said something to the effect of, I normally don't post things like this on YouTube, but given the circumstances, I thought it was appropriate. And then I stated that it was reported that the legend Hulk Hogan passed away, said he was larger than life and important to many. He was 71. Rest in peace, brother. And of course, I put the WWE Champions, Unmortal Zombie sweaty JPEG card that our boy Phil is probably still pulling for. And, a lot of comments. Most people, felt regret that he passed away. Some people didn't like Hogan because of some of the things he said in the past or his behavior. Everyone, he can be a polarizing figure to some, and to many, he's a hero. For me, he was a good entertainer. He was someone I grew up with. It's there. I personally didn't know him. Yeah, he made mistakes, but who in this world doesn't make mistakes? And as far as I understand, towards the end of his life, he actually repented. He asked for forgiveness. He actually spoke to the people he hurt, and forgave himself. And he also even found spirituality and became religious, and it's all good. You know what I mean? I'm not here to judge the man on his failures or successes. I just wanted to kind of say that, I knew him. He was part of kind of my childhood. And yeah, he's part of the Americana, the lore of our country. So, but anyway, like Doody would normally do, he would tend to give it a little bent and make some jokes here and there. And of course I did. And Doody did post a new template out there on YouTube and Twitter. And I basically said, best caption wins my respect. Go. And of course, it was Forrest Goes. Excuse me. Forrest Goes Hulk Hogan chastising DSP and him crying, of course. And it was pretty funny. I got 222 posts, and some of them were great. Some of them were awesome. The one I thought that was pretty funny was the Panda Lee was 17 brother. And the best part about this is all the responses had ended in brother, which Doody appreciated. But I'm not really here to talk too much about Hulk Hogan. I just wanted to do my intro of this video on Hogan. But my focus, of course, is always DSP. And I was curious how DSP actually mourned the death of his hero. And lo and behold, here it is, folks. That's right. In honor of the legend, in honor of Phil's hero, in honor of the first gay man crush Phil ever had. Phil mourned Hulk Hogan by doing what he does best. And that's pulling the Hogans. That's right. He was pulling the Hogans a little bit after he found out Hulk Hogan died, to the tune of $792 now. Full disclosure, TJ said he wasn't too sure. It may have been $592. But if he didn't do a certain something or didn't get a certain something, it would have been $792. Again, I don't know all of the logistics of the game, how it's played, but I typically, TJ usually leans on the conservative side. Depending on the dollar amount, I typically will take the slightly higher one. So in this case, Doody's taking the 792. And what exactly was he pulling for? Well, it seemed like he was pulling for the Beware of SummerSlam Part 2 gold loot box. I'm guessing there was some contest going on. And, to wallow in his misery, Phil decided he needed to pull some Hogan, some JPEGs for the legend Hulk Hogan. And I'm pretty sure he was probably trying to get a Hogan, I'm not sure if the game has updated, if they've added another star for Hulk Hogan. I don't know. I know right now I think you can max out your cards at 6 stars. And I'm pretty sure Phil has multiple Hogan 6-star cards. So I don't know if he was trying to pull for that or upgrade his existing cards. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that WWE champions will milk the passing of the legend and do something to honor Hulk Hogan. I believe they were giving away some older cards for free for anyone that played. That was the first thing they did, kind of in honor of Hulk Hogan. But I'm sure pretty soon they're going to start milking it for some serious cash. So anyway, as I was saying, excuse me, I had the cough. Phil, I guess, decided, you know what, I gotta go in and for my hero Hogan, let me cry while I pull those Hogans, and he did. Yep, he did. Now it's been a while. I mean, he hasn't played WWE Champ. Well, he plays it every day, but he hasn't spent any meaningful money in quite a while. If we take a look at the breakdowns, TJ Gamebox reported out that the last time he spent some money on it was back in June. So in June the 14th, he spent $420, and then before that, he spent about $1,000 on 6-7. Now, if you guys remember there was a dent that came in and dropped some cash on him, gave him about $1,000, and the same day he spent $995 on WWE Champions. Excuse me. The 420, he was doing something. He was in some Mr. High Top contests, and he only spent $420. So he's been lacking money because, of course, the kick support is dried up. And Doody said this from the very beginning. All the money he gets from kick, that weekly check he gets, he plows it right into the WWE Champions. Very similar to before kick, where he used to use his tip money to play WWE Champions. You could actually directly correlate what he received in a given week to what he was spending in the game. And I mean, June and July for Phil have been, lackluster months. And on top of that, he missed a week. So that was a week of begging he didn't have available to himself to pull Hogan's. So, but he's back here. Like I stated, excuse me, let me fix this right here. This was a typo. This actually should say is 726. So in June, he spent about $1,415, which is low from Phil's standard. And I mean, he hasn't really spent any money until the 26th, shortly after the passing of Hogan. And this brings our grand total for 2025 to almost $20,000. That's right, $19,661. Now, I know we talked about him being on pace of spending up to $40,000. That might be in danger. We may not hit that 40,000 mark, especially if the kick support keeps drying up. I mean, this week alone, he got what? Today alone, he got one. He got one membership, and that just happened a few minutes ago. So if he's getting 1 to 2 subs a stream, that kick check is going to dry up significantly. And you might say, well, he gets an hourly wage. Yeah, that hourly wage is not much. He probably makes about $5 a stream. With the with the co-streaming and all that, he makes about $5. It's not that much. Trust me, it isn't. And even Phil confirmed that the other day. I'm not sure we're going to hit 40,000 in spending this year, but it'll still be close. I mean, still, almost $20,000 in a matter of 7 months is beyond the pale. I'm sorry, that's crazy. It hurts my brain just to think that someone would actually do this. But here we have Phil wasting his money. So anyway, that's right, folks. Our boy Phil is in mourning still. He's probably going to pull some more Hogans for Hulk. And that's the only way Phil copes. Whenever Phil has a bad day or something bad happens to him, he goes and runs to his safe box, his squeeze box, which is WWE Champions, and he wastes money on sweaty JPEGs. It's completely insane. But we are talking about DSP. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.